to first base and bring up the next lady in the lineup for Westmore, or for Owasso, and that's going to be Aaliyah Ahmed. Aaliyah's the catcher for Owasso. Aline Dennis batting behind her in the ninth position. The pitcher today for Westmore is going to be Hannah Harrison. Harrison's a left-hander, and we'll get ready for her to deal. The first pitch downstairs for ball one. 1-0 the count. Runners on first and second now. I brought an extra headset for the great Larry Turner to do color commentary as he just rolled into the stadium. Might see if we can get him on here in a minute. Next pitch on its way. This one hits her in the head. My goodness. It got her in the helmet. She's definitely going to first base, and we'll shake that off. Ouch. That one had to hurt for a lead. That'll bring up Aline Dennis, next lady in the lineup, as the team is going to gather at the pitcher's mound to decide what they're going to do here. Or to Aline Dennis is. We'll get everything lined out here in just a second. Been a little discombobulated as we were faced with an early start to this ball game here. Aline Dennis runs at the softball and pulls back. Runners on first and second. We'll await the next pitch. Next one's coming to the left-handed batter. Hannah Harrison winds and fires. This one popped over to the pitcher. She'll throw to first in time for the out, and we have reached the bottom of the first inning. We'll take a break and be back right after this. You're watching Owasso Lady Rams softball on OwassoSportsNetwork.com and InsideOwasso.com. Good. Right now it's 3-0. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Welcome back to Shawnee. We're at the Fire Lake Ball Fields, just adjacent to the Fire Lake Casino, the Fire Lake Grocery Store, and the Fire Lake Pizza Stand. So there's a lot of Fire Lake going on here in Shawnee as the Lady Rams lead it 3-0 over Westmore. Whitney Walden will be the leadoff batter. She's a left-hander for the Westmore crew. Pitch to her is going to be upstairs and high for a ball. Jordan Hosser is the pitcher today. Aaliyah Ahmed, her catcher. Working first base is Lily Shaw. Up at the top of the diamond is Kaylee Gregory. Peyton Compton out at third base today as the next one's upstairs for another ball. Paige Knight is in the shortstop position today. Maddie Todris is the left fielder. Riley Boone, who had that hit to lead things off today, is in center field, and Aline Dennis is in right field as this next one's down in the dirt to walk Whitney Waldy to first base, and that will bring up the next lady in the lineup, Aisha Christian for Westmore. We'll get you going here in just a minute and let you know kind of how the things are going to shake out for the tournament bracket. They're actually having the Class 6A, Class 5A, and I believe the Class 4A softball tournaments all simultaneously here today as the next pitch is down the middle for a called strike. It is a standing room only crowd here for the Class 6A. In fact, you can see that pole in the middle of our screenshot. We didn't have anywhere else to put the cameras. The next one's bunted over the head of the third baseman, and it's fair. That'll put a lady on first for the Westmore crew. And that'll bring up the next lady in the lineup for Westmore. Maddie Lee is the third batter up for Westmore today. Sierra Skaggs behind her, and Kaylee Amble is in the lineup right behind her. We'll await the next pitch to Maddie Lee. This one's dealt, swung on for a strike. Another one coming. Runner on first, that's Aisha Christian. Next pitch coming to Maddie Lee. She winds and deals. This one's downstairs for a ball. I believe that's a 1-1 count. Only other problem with our vantage point, we can't see the scoreboard, so we're trying to keep that up and running for you today. Keep an accurate count, but we'll do what we can. Next pitch coming. This one's swung on. She barely got a piece of it, but it went past her for a strike, and that's going to bring up a 1-2 count. So a 1-2 count, runner on first for Westmore. Jordan Hosser, the pitcher for Owasso. We'll await the delivery. The 1-2 on its way, and this one gets past the catcher. We've got one runner advancing to third, one runner advancing to second base. So two in scoring position now for the Lady Jaguars. And another one coming to Maddie Lee. We'll await the next one. Jordan Hosser winds and fires. This one down in the dirt. That's a ball. So that'll bring up a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jordan waiting with the next pitch. She winds and fires. This one popped foul down the first base line and out of the park. And that'll leave us with a full count for the Lady Rams. The winner of this Owasso-Westmore game will take on the winner of this morning's Deer Creek-Stillwater game. Westmore's down for a hit. 1 runner coming in to score, 2 runners coming in to score. That is going to make it a 3-2 ball game. Whitney Waldy and Aisha Christian both scoring for the Lady Jaguars, and that'll make it a 3-2 ball game already here in the bottom of the first inning. Runner on first. Next pitch coming from Jordan Hosser. See what she can do here. We could not have ordered a better weather forecast if you're just joining us. Jordan Hosser ready to take the next one. This one's dealt down the middle for a strike. The batter, Sierra Skaggs, a left-hander. She's Ready to take another one here as it's an 0-1 count. Osher deals this one down in the dirt. Runner on first for the Lady Jaguars. It's 3-2. And we'll see if we can correct the score for you here. Next pitch, swung on. That's going to be another strike. Runner on first for the Lady Jaguars. Next pitch coming. This one down in the dirt for Sierra Skaggs. Got a lot of folks making noise today. We got a lot of Owasso fans who have made the trip. Appreciate each and every one of them, and know many more of you are watching here on InsideOwasso.com and on the Rams app. Next pitch is down low. I figured it out. Executive producer Brock Crawford returning back here. And here's a grounder out to the shortstop. She'll throw to second. Not in time for the double plays to throw to first. And that'll, I believe, put our second out on the board here. Well, that may. Next batter in the lineup, it's going to be Kaylee Amble. And now she'll ground it foul. No, they say it's fair. Wow. It was skirting that line, and they said it was fair. That'll put her on first. My goodness, Brock and I were both up here going, there's no way. But the home plate umpire makes the call. And that'll put Ainsley Linduff on the plate, the right fielder for Westmore. So now runners on first and second for the Lady Jaguars. Next pitch coming. This one down low. Ball one. 1-0 the count. This one down the middle for a called strike. 1-1. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Owasso Rams back in action on the football field. The Southmore SaberCats are coming into town for homecoming. We'll have that for you right here on InsideOwasso.com and on KYFM and on the Owasso Rams app. There's a contingency of Wasps and Yellow Jackets that have followed us into the park today. Next pitch on its way. This one downstairs for a ball. And now our coach is going to come out and have a chat with his pitcher. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this. You're watching Owasso Lady Rams softball, presented by InsideOwasso.com. Let's do it. Well, I've got home football. Are we back? We welcome you back to Shawnee. 3-2 our score. Bottom of the first inning with an out on the board. Next lady in the lineup for Westmore. We'll tell you who that is here in just a second. As we bring our rosters back up. It's going to be Janelle Marwitz, the designated player. Bases loaded for Westmore as the next one is a ball. Next pitch coming. They'll wind and fire. This one's upstairs for another ball. 3-0 the count. We'll await the next pitch. It's on its way. This one downstairs for ball 4, and that's going to bring a run home to tie the ball game by virtue of a walk here in the bottom of the first. So it's 3-3. Owasso and Westmore duking it out here today. And Jordan Hosser looks like is done for the afternoon as she'll come off the mound and they'll bring another lady in to take her place. And while we give her a chance to warm up, we'll take a break and be back right after this. You're watching Owasso Lady Ram Softball. Back here in Shawnee, Avery Tallman is the new pitcher for the Owasso Lady Rams as she takes her warm-up pitches. Thank you for being with us this afternoon here on the broadcast. Tomorrow's semifinal matchup will be at 11 o'clock a.m. They might have changed it. Brock is working to find that out, and those changes will actually affect whether we have a broadcast tomorrow or not, as we've, of course, got Ram football tomorrow evening as it's homecoming. We have our obligations there. Bases loaded. And the next pitch into the glove of Tallman. She throws home in time for an out. Double play. Is it? No. They call her safe. As what good work by Aaliyah Ahmed throwing over to first base. It wasn't in time for the put out there, and Owasso fans are a little upset about that. My goodness. You can hear these fans been pretty passionate here today. Michaela Franks was the lady that got that one. Emily Reinhardt is the next batter in the lineup for Westmore. Bases loaded situation here in Shawnee. Next pitch coming. This one down in the dirt. Another runner coming home to score. And it looks like Westmore will take a lead here. Avery Tallman, the pitcher for Owasso. Bases loaded here. Next pitch on its way from Tallman. This one down the middle for a called strike. And Owasso desperately looking to get out of this situation here. Avery's next pitch on its way, swung on, it's down for a, oh no, it's caught. It's caught for the out, and that's out number 3. Mercifully, we are out of this first inning. We go to the top of the second. We'll be right back. No way. We welcome you back to Shawnee. Just getting some word in from the the Oklahoma High School Activities Association that they've changed tomorrow's semifinal game to 1:30. The finals will be held at 6:30, so that is a change from the published bracket. We'll try to keep you up to date on our plans for a broadcast, as of course it's football day tomorrow, and our resources are allocated there, of course, for KYFM and InsideOwasso.com and the other Owasso Sports Network. So try to let you know where you could watch it with the possibility of the FHS. That's how, something like that. Riley Boone leading off for Owasso here in the top of the second. First pitch to her is down in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 the count. So 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch on its way, swung on. Riley gets a chopper out to the shortstop. She'll throw to first in time for the putout. And that is out number 1 to bring up Kaylee Gregory, the second batter in the lineup, second baseman for Owasso. Page 9 in the on-deck circle behind her. Lily Shaw bats 4th today. Peyton Compton batting 5th. Jordan Hosser was batting 6th. We'll see where Tallman goes in that lineup. They had to make some changes there in the bottom of the first inning. Next pitch is a called strike to Kaylee Gregory. Next pitch to her coming. Hannah Harrison winding and firing. This one popped up over the heads of the Owasso fans here. We're on the first base dugout side. That is actually where we've set up today. Next pitch to Kaylee Gregory is down the middle. That'll be a ball. It was a little low. 4-3, Westmore leading it. 4-run bottom of the first for the Lady Jaguars as the next one's fouled at the backstop, and that'll be another strike. 2-2 the count. It's already 2 o'clock here in Shawnee today. It is a beautiful afternoon for softball and just a beautiful afternoon to be outside. Next pitch swung on down the first baseline, and it'll go foul. So that'll leave us with a 2-2 count. Next one coming to Kaylee Gregory. The pitch swung on. She smacks that one back towards center field. It goes and it's dropped. Oh, baby. Kaylee Gregory will round first, head for second. She's at the top of the diamond on a double. How about that? And that'll bring up the next lady in the lineup, Paige Knight for the Owasso Lady Rams. Paige Knight stepping up to the plate here. You're just joining us. Pitch to her is on its way. This one popped foul. Strike one. Next one's on its way. This one down low. It's a ball. So winner of this game facing Deer Creek tomorrow. Deer Creek eliminated Stillwater at a 6-5 decision earlier today. Next pitch is down the middle for a called strike. So the Lady Pioneers headed home, and Deer Creek awaiting the winner of this ball game here. Next pitch on its way. This one upstairs a bit for a ball. You can hear the noisemakers and the air horns. They are in full force today. Might be a good day to pop the Excedrin. Next pitch swung on. This is grounder out toward the dugout for Paige Knight. Lily Shaw in the on-deck circle. Peyton Compton should be batting behind her. And Paige Knight stepping back up to the plate here shortly. Very nice ballpark here in Shawnee, by the way. It's on the south side of town. There's a rodeo arena. This next one down the middle. Another ball. Of course, this Fire Lake ball field, all a project of the Potawatomi Nation. They own the Fire Lake Casino and the grocery store and the radio station here. They're into all sorts of things. Next pitch swung on, and wow, that's going to be strike three. That'll bring up Lily Shaw next in the lineup. So a very nice place to play softball here in Shawnee, and thank everybody for their hospitality here today. We may have to dispatch somebody to get us a funnel cake from that stand over there. I don't know if you guys can see that in the background. Next one swung on. This is grounded out to the dugout for Lily Shaw. Peyton Compton in the lineup behind her. They've apparently got 50 flavors of snow cones here today too. So next pitch. Down the middle, but a bit high. That'll be a ball. Lily Shaw batting fourth in the lineup for the Lady Rams. Next pitch on its way, down low for a ball. Next pitch coming down to the dirt again, and the runner advancing for third as it got past the catcher. So now Owasso in scoring position here as Kaylee Gregory is rightfully at third base. Beautiful blue skies and 61 degrees today. If you're just joining us, 4-3, Westmore leading it. Next pitch swung on. This is a grounder over to the second baseman. She'll throw her out at first, and that is out number 3 as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Stay with us. More coming up. You're watching Owasso Lady Rams softball. All right. It is 4-3, bottom of the second inning here at Shawnee. Grant Merrill, Brock Crawford along with you today. As Westmore is up to bat Lady Jaguars with a very productive top of the first or bottom of the first inning. We'll tell you who's leading off here in just a second. So pull our lineup back up. Whitney Waldy is the batter, the left-hander for Westmore. Pitch to her is a called strike. Next pitch on its way. This one swung on, line drive out to left field. Waldy's going to first base. That'll bring up Aisha Christian, who was responsible for one of the 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Next pitch to Aisha Christian. She runs at the softball, and that's a ball. Runner on first, and the next pitch coming. That one a called strike. We'll await the next pitch. This one's on its way upstairs and high. Whitney Waldy will advance to second as that one got past our catcher. Aliyah Ahmed. Next pitch coming to Aisha Christian. with a runner on second. Next pitch on its way. This one down the middle and low for a ball. Next one's on its way. This one down the middle for a called strike. Next one's on its way. This one upstairs just a bit for a ball. Avery Tallman, the pitcher, coming in relief. Jordan Hosser, who exited in the bottom of the first. Next pitch, swung on, foul to the backstop. Next pitch is on its way. This one outside. Do what? Runner on first, runner on second as well. We'll await the next pitch from Avery Tallman. Avery winds and fires. This one swung on. She got a piece of it for a foul ball. We'll await the next one. Pitch on its way. This one swung on. She got a piece of it for a foul. Maddie Lee, the third batter of the lineup for Westmore, trying to propel her team forward here. Next one's coming. Avery Tallman deals. This one swung on, grounded to the shortstop. She'll tag one runner out to throw to first in time. Yes! And just like that, that is another out here at the bottom of the second. Out number 2, and that'll bring up the next lady in the lineup, Sierra Skaggs for Westmore. That'll leave a runner on second. Couldn't clear all of them out, but Avery Tallman will wind and fire here. This one's upstairs and high for a ball. So 1-0 the count. Tallman looking things over here as she's ready to deal. Next pitch is on its way. This one down the middle for a called strike, 1-1. So with the runner on second, next pitch coming from Avery Tallman. She'll wind and fire. This one gets past the catcher. Aisha Christian is going to advance for third. And we'll await the next pitch from Avery. She's ready to wind and fire here. Hang on. Next one swung on. It's a grounder out to the third baseman. She'll throw to first in time. In time for the putout. And that is out number 3. So we go to the top of the third inning. Our score 4-3. Westmore leading Owasso. Take a break and be back right after this. Shawnee, a grounder out to the third baseman. In time is the throw to first for the putout. A valiant effort there for Peyton Compton. And that'll bring up the next lady in the lineup, Jordan Hosher. Grant Merrill along with you today here on the Owasso Sports Network, the Owasso app, inside Owasso.com as well. As we await the next pitch to Hosher. He takes a healthy swing at the first one, got a piece of it for a foul ball. That'll ring up an 0-1 count. If you're just joining us, we're at the Fire Lake Ball Fields in Shawnee. Today's broadcast brought to you by your 3 Owasso McDonald's locations. We'll name an Owasso player of the game, a McDonald's player of the game afterwards. The next pitch is upstairs and high for a ball. Tim Rich and his crew ready to take care of you. 3 different locations on East 76th inside the Owasso Walmart, and at Highway 20 and Highway 169 as Hosher fouls this one down the third base line. So appreciate McDonald's for taking care of us. I go for a quarter pounder right now, to tell you the truth. Also brought to you by Christian Brothers Automotive, Ray Adcock and his crew. Getting your car in shape and ready to go for these road trips as the next pitch is down to the dirt for a ball to Jordan Hosher. He definitely takes care of our cars. He'll take care of yours. Just south of 96th to Garnett. Go see him today. Next pitch coming to Jordan Hosher. She'll wind and fire. This one's upstairs just a bit for a ball. Academic Advantage is another sponsor of Ram Sports. Dr. Trissy Pitkin, more than just a tutor. She is in line to diagnose your child's needs. As this one's grounded out to the third base, the shortstop had a need of being able to hold on to the softball. Couldn't do it, and Jordan Hosher's on first base. How about that? Maddie Todris, the next one in the lineup. She is the 7th batting position, a left fielder as well for the Lady Rams. Also trailing 4-3 if you're just joining us. Next pitch up and coming. runner on first. Hannah Harrison winding and firing to Maddie. This next one upstairs for a ball. Aliyah Ahmed in the on-deck circle. She got hit in the head earlier in the ball game. That hadn't phased her a bit, as this next one's a grounder down the third base line. A throw out at second is in time. Throw out at first not in time, and that'll put another out on the scoreboard. Bring up Aliyah Ahmed, 8th batter in the lineup. Aline Dennis in the on-deck circle behind her. Or hang on, maybe that's where they're putting Avery Tallman. So Tallman, the pitcher, now batting in that 9th position. That's how they worked that one out today. Next pitch on its way, swung on. Here's a grounder, a foul ball that's grounded out to the Westmore dugout. It is a packed house here in Shawnee today. A lot of folks from Owasso making the drive as the next one's fouled over our heads by Aliyah Ahmed. So a runner on first for the Lady Rams. Next pitch on its way. This one upstairs a bit for a ball. We'll be with the volleyball team next week. They're at Crossings Christian for Class 6A state tournament action. Be with the football team tomorrow night. It's the next pitch upstairs again. It is a busy week with homecoming and everything else here in Owasso. We have dispatched photographer Ryan Merrill to take pictures of the homecoming parade today. Here's a grounder out past the shortstop. Aliyah Ahmed making it to first, and that'll bring up Avery Tallman, 9th batter in the order for the Lady Rams. We couldn't have asked for a better day for softball here. I just can't brag enough on the weather. 61 degrees and beautiful blue skies. Next pitch downstairs for a ball. So runners at first and second for the Lady Rams. Ball game far from over as next pitch to Tallman's on the way. This one's down the middle for a called strike. Next pitch to Avery Tallman. Harrison deals. This one's upstairs a bit for another ball. 3-2-1 the count. Here's the next pitch. It's on its way, swung on for a foul. Next pitch on its way. This one down the middle for a strike, and that is going to end the inning. Take a break and be back right after this. You're watching Owasso Lady Rams softball. Welcome back to the Fire Lake Ball Fields in Shawnee. It's the Class 6A State Softball Tournament, and today our Owasso Lady Rams trail Westmore 4-3. So we go to the top of the fourth inning here, I believe. Or no, bottom of the third, I'm sorry. Avery Tallman deals her first pitch. Yeah, we bat first. Brock and I are having to figure out what's going on here. Well, just between us, our scoreboard operator has been a little slow on the trigger today, so we're having to make sure everything's right. Waiting the next pitch from Avery Tallman. Ainsley Linduff is the batter today for Westmore. Here's the pitch. This one downstairs for a ball. Next pitch is going to be down the middle for a called strike. One and one the count. Next one's grounded down to the third baseman. She'll throw. It's to first base. Is it in time for the put out? No. Our batter, Miss Linduff, is safely aboard. Ainsley Linduff, the right fielder. That'll bring up the next lady in the lineup, Janelle Marwitz, the designated player. Runners on first and second. Avery Tallman deals. This one's down the middle for a called strike. Beautiful pitch there. Avery's doing a great job today. Pitching in relief for Jordan Hosser, who came out in the bottom of the first. Next pitch on its way, swung on, right into the glove of the pitcher. She'll throw to first, not in time for another out. Great heads-up play there by Avery Tallman. That'll bring up Michaela Franks. Franks had her own personal firestorm going in the second inning. She had a big hit and shook things up. Next pitch to her is upstairs and high for a ball. Beautiful blue skies here in Shawnee. 61 degrees the first pitch. We can't complain about a thing as far as the weather is concerned. Hope this forecast holds for homecoming tomorrow night as this next one's grounded out to the shortstop. She'll throw to first in time for the putout, and that's out number 2. But Westmore will get runners on second and third. So they're in scoring position once again. They still lead at 4-3. That'll bring up Emily Reinhardt, ninth batter in the order for the Lady Jaguars. The pitch coming, Avery Tallman ready to deal. She winds and fires. This one's down the middle for a called strike. Next pitch downstairs for a ball. Runners on second and third. Avery Tallman looking toward the dugout before she winds and fires this next one. It's upstairs. So football tomorrow night, we'll have that for you here on this very channel inside Owasso.com if you're watching there on the Owasso Rams app or on OwassoSportsNetwork.com or on YouTube. Next one, a grounder out to the first baseman. She'll tag up for out number 3. And just like that, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Owasso Lady Ram softball. Welcome back. Our score is 4-3 if you're just joining us. Thank you for being here on Inside Owasso.com and on the Owasso Sports Network. Grounder out to the shortstop, a throw out in time to send Our Lady back to the dugout. And that is Kaylee Gregory. Bringing up the next lady in the lineup, Paige Knight. And thank you, Brock Crawford. I think I got us back on the air okay. Here's a pitch down the middle for a called strike. 4-3 our score. Top of the 5th inning, I believe. Next one swung on down the first base line it goes. We're in the 4th inning. Or top of the 5th. They have not updated the scoreboard yet. Next pitch on its way. This one downstairs for a ball. Paige Knight batting third in the lineup. Lily Shaw batting fourth. Peyton Compton batting fifth. Next pitch on its way. This one swung on, grounder out to center field. It's going to put Paige Knight on first base. That'll bring up Lily Shaw, next lady in the lineup. Next pitch on its way, grounder down the third baseline. A throw to first in time. And that is good for out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Westmore, or bottom of the fourth, I'm sorry. Westmore at bat when we come back. Whitney Waldy leading off for Westmore as we're back to action. Bottom of the fourth inning here at Shawnee. First pitch coming from Avery Tallman. Line drive hits her in the chest. She'll throw to first anyway, and it's in time for the putout. That one's going to sting. They're going to go make sure she's okay. I mean, that hit her square in the – here's a line drive right down the middle. So she's going to shake that off. While she does, they'll meet at the mound. And we'll tell you, busy time right now for Owasso Sports. We've got Ram football tomorrow night. We'll have that one for you here on the Owasso Sports Network, KYFM Radio. And Steve Christian and I will have the call as the Southmore Sabercats are in town. Homecoming parade today. The volleyball team Monday will travel to Oklahoma City to Crossings Christian. And we'll have that broadcast for you as well here on the Owasso Sports Network. Avery Tallman is shaking off that line drive she took to the chest a moment ago, and looks like she's going to be fine. She's got a smile on her face, joking with her teammates there at the mound, so nothing to worry about there. Now, winner of this ball game takes on Deer Creek tomorrow on the schedule that has been shown as an 11 o'clock game, but they have actually changed that to 1:30. The finals, the 6A state finals, to be played tomorrow night at 6:30. So likely if they make the finals, we will not have a broadcast here There may be an NFHS broadcast. We're not sure on that right now. But we'll definitely try to get you updates as we can on our social media, inside of Owasso.com social media and the Owasso Athletics Twitter. It's 4-3 right now. Aisha Christian is the batter for Westmore. Here's the pitch to her. She swings on it. It's out to the center fielder. She can't get a throw back in time to get a put out, and that'll put Aisha Christian safely aboard at first base. Bring up the next lady in the lineup, shortstop Maddie Lee for Westmore. Sierra Skaggs, the third baseman, is in the lineup behind her. Kaylee Amble is in the fifth batting position today. Here's the pitch from Avery Tallman. Maddie Lee showed bunt, pulled the bat back. We'll await the next pitch. Avery Tallman ready to wind a deal here. She'll fire. This one's upstairs just a bit. We'll await the next pitch from Avery Tallman. She wides and fires. Oh, and hits the line drive. Will hit Tallman in the ankle. The throw to first not in time. It gets past to the first baseman. She'll throw back to the pitcher. And now another run scored as Aisha Christian makes it a 5-3 ball game. You can see it go off of Avery's ankle. She's battered and bruised today after being the target of these Westmore bats. Several line drives. But she's done a great job of shaking off those injuries. Next pitch on its way. This one's upstairs. A lot of logistics going on here with football tomorrow night and softball tomorrow, and it's just a busy time for Owasso Ram sports. Next pitch coming from Avery Tallman. This one upstairs just a bit to Sierra Skaggs. Tallman ready to deal here in just a second. Next pitch on its way. This one down low. I'm thinking we may have to send Brandon Brewer over to Van's Pig Stand to get a to-go order here in a few minutes. I'm always up for some barbecue when we come to Shawnee, that's for sure. Next pitch on its way. This one swung on, fouled back over toward the mezzanine. So Sierra Skaggs stepping back up to the plate as Lady Rams trail 5-3 here. Here's the pitch. Avery deals. This one swung on. Line drive goes foul down the third baseline. Avery Tallman ready to wind and fire. She deals. This one swung on a grounder out of the shortstop. Throw to first in time for the put out. Is throw the third in time? No, she can't tag her. That is going to leave Maddie Lee safely in scoring position at third. Next up, Kaylee Amble for Westmore. Avery Tallman winds and fires. This one swung on a grounder, goes down the first baseline, foul. I tell you, when I came to Oklahoma Baptist 18 years ago, none of this was out here. There was a little office building that you can see in the background that was the Potawatomi Nation's headquarters. But outside of that, there was none of this here. As this next one swung on, it's back. It is caught. Oh, man, look at that. That, ladies and gentlemen, is out number 3. Good work there by the center fielder for Owasso, Riley Boone, and that will end the inning. We'll take a break. Be back right after this. You're watching Owasso Lady Rams softball. Back here in Shawnee as we trail Westmore 5-3. I'm Grant Merrill along with you today here on the Owasso Sports Network. That's comprised of OwassoSportsNetwork.com, the Owasso Ram app, and inside Owasso.com is the first pitch to Owasso is going to be swung on for a strike. That's Peyton Compton leading off at the plate for the Lady Rams. Hannah Harrison, the pitcher, she wides and fires. This one's down low for a ball. Brock Crawford doing a great job running all the cameras and the equipment today. Brandon Brewer's here. We're not sure what he's doing, but oh yeah, he's coaching. Never mind. This next one swung on, so he got a piece of it for a foul ball. I guess he is doing something, isn't he?
He's working hard.
Steve Mowry had like 6 funerals today, so he couldn't make the trip. You can hear our crowd in the background. They are fully behind this team today. How about that? We'll await the next pitch from Hannah Harrison to Peyton Compton here. The pitch on its way. This one, she brought the bat around just a little bit, brought it back in time. That's a ball. And for a fan base that's down 5-3, we've got some excited folks here today. Listen to all that noise. Next pitch coming to Peyton Compton. This one downstairs for another ball. 3-1 the count. We'll await the next pitch. It swung on and missed. Another strike. That'll send Peyton Compton back to the dugout. We're trying to keep up with the count here, but like we have said, the scoreboard operator today has not had the quickest trigger on keeping everything accurate, so we'll do our best with what we can here. We've got an obstructed view of the scoreboard from where we're sitting. Next pitch, down the middle and low for a ball. That is Jordan Hosser in the lineup. Hosser started out at pitcher today, came out, and has done a great job behind the plate. Next pitch to her is down low, 2-1 the count. Or 2-0 the count, I'm sorry. Next pitch on its way. This one upstairs for a 3-0 count. See, I got that one right. Next one is down the middle, called strike. That would be 3-1. Here's the next pitch, swung on. It's a grounder out to the third baseman. She'll throw to first. Is it in time? Yes. They will rally at the pitcher's mound for just a moment and disperse back to their respective bases. That'll bring up the next lady in the lineup for Owasso. That's Maddie Todris. Those noisemakers are out in full force today. It is a great atmosphere here. Hannah Harrison winds and fires. This one's upstairs, but hittable, says the umpire. That's a called strike. Nobody on, and Hannah Harrison ready to deal here. She'll wide and fire. This one's a bit low for a ball. The next pitch coming. Down the middle for a strike. That'll ring up a 1-2 count. The next pitch on its way, swung on. It's grounded fair down the first baseline. The first baseman will tag up. And just like that, we take a break. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Owasso Lady Ram softball. leading off for the Westmore. It's going to be Ainsley Linda. She is the right fielder for the Lady Jaguars. Left-handed right fielder, to be exact. Avery Tallman stepping up to the plate. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. First pitch is down the middle, a bit high for ball one. That wind's starting to blow and a little bit of a dust up there at the home plate. Got in the dust was actually getting into Aaliyah Ahmed's eyes, and so she had to take just a second to remedy that situation. Avery Tallman winds and fires. This one's down the middle for a called strike. And now we've got the umpire warning the crowd that they need to get rid of the air horns. You heard the air horns going off. They said those are not permissible during live play. So they brought the game to a stop to enforce that rule. Next pitch from Avery Tallman's down in the dirt. And now we'll await the next pitch. Tallman winds and fires. This one swung on, hit over the head of the shortstop. And that'll put Ainsley Linduff on base and bring up Janelle Marwitz, the designated player. Janelle Marwitz, a right-handed batter. We'll await the pitch from Avery Tallman. She'll wide and fire here. This one down the middle for a ball. It was a bit high. Here's the next pitch. It's on the way. Down the middle, but still high. Another ball called. I believe 2-0 is the count. Actually 2-1. Sorry, Brock. I need one of those little clickers. Next pitch on its way. This one down the middle for a called strike. 2-2. Tallman ready to wind and fire. This next one swung on, grounded foul down the third baseline. You could hear the crack of the bat. She smacked it, but it was just smacked the wrong direction. So Janelle Marwitz for Westmore, a young lady that has some power behind that swing. Next pitch is on its way. This one swung on. It's a grounder over to the second baseman. She'll throw to the top of the diamond in time for the putout. Marwitz is aboard at first. Still trailing 5-3 if you're just joining us. Bottom of the fifth inning here in Shawnee. Michaela Franks, the catcher, is the next lady to step to the plate here. Yeah. We'll await the pitch. Here it comes. Down the middle it goes. for a called strike. Next pitch is on its way. This one popped up over the pitcher's head. Avery Tallman makes the grab. That'll ring up out number 2. Seven-inning ball game today for softball in Oklahoma. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Avery Tallman ready to wind and fire. She deals. This one swung on, a foul ball for Emily Reinhardt. Next pitch on its way. This one down the middle for a called strike. Next one's on its way. Swung on for strike 3, and that is out number 3 as we go to the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back right after this. Class 6A state tournament action here at the state softball quarterfinals. Grant Merrill along with you. Brock Crawford punching all the buttons today. Here's a pitch swung on, belted out toward right field and into the glove of the right fielder. So that leadoff sequence there for Maddie Todris is going to result in the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Aaliyah Ahmed. Or hang on, that's going to be Chloe. Chloe Sims, I believe. Chloe Sams, I'm sorry. First pitch is coming to Chloe as it's going to be down low. Next pitch on its way, swung on. That's a strike. 1 out on the board. Sixth inning action here in Shawnee today. Next pitch is on its way. This one down the middle for a called strike. One and two the count. Nobody aboard. Chloe Sam's ready to try to swing away at this one. Hannah Harrison wides and fires. Chloe swings, but that's strike three. Puts out number 2 on the board and brings up Riley Boone. Riley recycles the batting order. She's a left-hander if you've never watched her play. Here's the pitch. This one is upstairs a bit for a ball. Next one's coming. This one down the middle for a called strike. Next one's coming. This one is another ball. I think the Owasso Twitter had a great point. That might have been a Sports Center top 10 play by Riley there for her catch. Here's a grounder out to the shortstop. She'll throw to first in time for the putout, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Shawnee. Stay with us. More coming up. You're watching Owasso Lady Ram softball. All right. Welcome back to Shawnee. Leading off bottom of the 6th inning for Westmore's Whitney Waldy. She's a left-handed batter, plays left field for the Lady Jaguars. Grant Merrill along with you today. Brock Crawford punching all the buttons. Here's the pitch upstairs and high for a ball to Whitney Waldy. Avery Tallman on the mound for Owasso. She's probably right up there with Riley Boone for McDonald's player of the game today. Next pitch, swung on, grounded to the shortstop. She'll throw to first in time for out number 1. Aisha Christian, the next lady in the lineup. Five to 3 our score if you're just joining us on a Chamber of Commerce day here in Shawnee. Next one, she runs toward the ball and it's a little bit high. No swing there. Awaiting the next pitch from Tallman. Avery looks things over here, wides and fires. This one, she runs toward it again. A strike called. Next pitch coming. This one, she bunts. It's into the hands of Avery Tallman. She'll throw to first, not in time for the putout. And Aisha Christian is safely aboard on the right side of the diamond. That'll bring up the next lady in the lineup, Maddie Lee for Westmore. We're at the ball fields at Fire Lake today. They've got the sprawling complex here. I was talking a little bit about it earlier. 18 years ago when I went to Oklahoma Baptist, none of this was out here except for the Potawatomi Nation's headquarters and off over the left field fence. And now they've got these beautiful softball fields, a casino, a grocery store, and a riding arena and a radio station. Throw to the top of the diamond in time for the putout. Oh, boy. What worked there for Aliyah Ahmed as she'll throw to the top of the diamond in time to catch Aisha Christian. But this is a great place, as I was saying, to have the state softball tournament. We're just happy to be here. So thank you to our hosts and the OSSAA for making this possible. Here's the pitch. This was down low for a ball. Next pitch on its way from Avery Tallman. This one fouled over the first base fence. So 2 outs on the board. And then Owasso will be in the fight for their life in the top of the 7th to try to come back in this thing. Next one swung on and fouled. We'll await the next pitch from Avery Tallman. She winds and fires. This one grounded down to the second baseman. Throw to first is in time. That's out number 3. We go to the top of the 7th. Our score 5-3, Westmore leading. We'll take a break and be back right after this. Top of the 7th inning here in Shawnee. Kaylee Gregory will be the leadoff batter for Owasso, as they have got to put at least 2 runs on the board to stay alive in this thing. Hannah Harrison back on the mound for the Lady Jaguars. And we'll await the first pitch to Gregory. That one's down the middle for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Another one coming. That was down low for a ball, 1-1. We'll name a McDonald's player of the game here after a while, and got a lot going here. Next pitch on its way, swung on. This is fouled over the first base line. They're telling those kiddos, get out of the way, bombs away. They were scrambling over there. Kaylee Gregory stepping back up after the foul ball. Hannah Harrison deals. This one swung on. A foul ball down the first base line. Next pitch on its way. That one swung on. It's a grounder over to the second baseman. Throw to first in time for the put out. And that'll put an out on the board here. Bring up the next lady in the lineup for Owasso, and that's going to be Paige Knight. She's the shortstop. We'll see if they can keep this thing alive here. Hannah Harrison ready to deal. This one upstairs a bit for ball one. One and oh, the count. Next pitch coming. This one swung on. It's a grounder over to the second baseman. Her throw to first in time for out number 2. And that'll bring up Lily Shaw. Next lady in the lineup for Owasso. The pitch tonight's coming. This one down the middle for a called strike. 0-1 the count. No balls, a strike, 2 outs. Here's the next pitch. This one down to the dirt. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch on its way. This one down to the dirt again for another ball. 2-1 the count. Next pitch on its way. Called strike. 2-2 the count. Next pitch on its way to Lily Knight. It's do or die time for Owasso. This was swung on. Bit low to rig up a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th with Owasso trailing 5-3. Hannah Harrison ready to wind and fire. She does. This one swung on. Second baseman bobbles it, and Lily Knight's aboard at first. That's one way to keep it alive. Owasso trailing 5-3, top of the 7th inning. Next lady in the lineup is Peyton Compton. And she's going to go talk to her coach for just a second. He's actually talking to the umpire. Looks like they may do some switching around here. Peyton Compton ready to step back up to the plate here. So we get a courtesy runner in. Next pitch coming. It's on its way for Hannah Harrison. This one a line drive into center field. That's Peyton Compton, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping this thing alive. Jordan Hosher stepping up to the plate here, and we've got the makings of a ball game. It's been 5-3 for quite a while, but time is marching on here. And Owasso is ready to stay in this thing. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, but hittable. Strike one. Next pitch. Upstairs, a ball. 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike. Next pitch coming. It's a grounder. Out to the shortstop. It's past her. Bases loaded. Oh, my goodness. What a ball game this is turning into. Never say die, Owasso. Maddie Todris is going to step up to the plate. But we're going to have a meeting at the mound real quick. We'll take a break and be right back. Back here in Shawnee, here's the pitch. This one down the middle for a called strike. 0-1 the count, 2 outs on the board. Maddie still at the plate after the meeting at the mound. The next pitch coming. Down the middle and a bit low, another ball. Bases loaded here. Owasso with a chance to try to keep this thing alive here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch, swung on, belted down to the center fielder, caught, and that is out number 3. And Westmore will win this one today. And the season for Owasso, which has been such a good one, comes to an end. But it wasn't for a lack of trying here in this top of the 7th inning as they did their best to keep it alive. My goodness. Avery Tallman is our McDonald's player of the game today. She came in, pitched in relief, did very well. Had a battery of weapons thrown at her. A line drive to the chest, got hit in the ankle and the foot, and will come out of this one battered and bruised. But she did a great job on the mound. Shout out to Riley Boone, who had her a great catch, a Sports Center top 10 style catch in center field for an out. And we just had such a good showing by Owasso fans here today. And we're going to wrap it up. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow night, Owasso Ram football. Southmore Sabercats are in town for homecoming, and we'll have that game for you right here. Get 5-3, our final. I'm Grant Merrill. Thank you for watching. You've been watching Owasso Lady Ram softball on the Owasso Sports Network.